Okay. I don't even want to talk about this top half of the page. All right, I'll get back. I don't want to do any introduction. I want to go right to a problem, and I want you guys to tell me why we're in a predicament. All right, why you can't go any further. So take a look at that first example I've given you. All right, example 1. First of all, the directions say solve. So let's go back a couple days. What am I looking for when I ask you to solve? Figure out all the sides and all the angles that are not given. You can at least figure out something on that triangle. What is it? At least figure out an angle. Because I gave you 2 of the angles. You can figure out the third. So go ahead, at least find angle C. Seven. What's angle C? 30. Okay, before I get to the next part, everyone's starting to see these lowercase letters here? Okay, this is going to be our new notation. I don't want to call this line segment AB anymore. I'm going to call it side C. Why did I pick C? Where's it across from? Angle C. All right, I'm going to call this side A. Why? Because it's across from angle A. So anytime you see a lowercase letter representing a side, that means the side across from that angle. All right, you're going to see that a lot here in the last half of the unit. Why are we stuck when I go to try to find side C or A? Why are we stuck? Why can't I just bust out my old sine, cosine, tangent days? Ava? Son of a gun. No right angle. And was anybody thinking during this unit how nuts that is that you needed a right triangle? Always needed a right triangle to find a side or angle? How often are we really going to get that? Probably not too often. Why can't I just have any old triangle and find a side or angle? And you're right. That's what I'm going to show you over the next 2 days. If it's not a right triangle, how do I find a side or angle? Okay? So, first formula, law, I'm going to show you is called the law of sines. Here's what it says. You take any side in a triangle and put it over the sine of the angle that's opposite it. So in this case, angle A. That ratio we created is the same ratio as another side and the sine of its angle. Those ratios are always the same. Take a side and put it over the sine of the angle across. It's always equal to another side and the angle across, and it will extend this proportion because how many sides and angles do we have in a triangle? 3. It's also the same ratio as the third pair. Will we always set up 3? No. How many do we always set up for a proportion? 2. So we're always going to set up 2. All right, so side across over the sine of the angle is equal to another side over the sine of its angle. So let's go back up here. What side do you want to solve for? We can solve for anyone. Let's solve for A. Sorry, C's. Do we know a side and the angle across right now? What side do we know? Which is how long? So we know 28 over, what's the angle across? 40, but I'm not going to put 40. Law of sines, sine of 40 is the same ratio as, you guys wanted to find side A over, what's the angle across? Sine of 110. And how many proportions have we solved this year? Too many. What'd you say? It's silly. How many we solved? Okay, never mind. Making an awkward situation even more awkward, if that was possible. We're going to cross multiply. So 28 times the sine of 110 equals sine of 40 times A. Question to you guys, how do I solve for side A now? 19. Here we go. And if you have a fraction template on your calculator, you can just plug that right in as is, right into your fraction template. And what are we rounding to? Round your final answers to the nearest tenth. And nearest tenth, what are we looking at? 13. What are we looking for?
I think I did it wrong. I might have done it wrong. I got 40.9.
Yep, you're good.
Oh, is that right?
Triangle still not solved yet. Still got to solve for side C. I'm just going to give you a piece of advice. Take it if you want. If not, fine. I always use the given one. I know you could use now 40.9 with sine of 110. Okay, I always choose to keep using the one that was given to me. So I'm going to keep 28 and sine of 40. And now side C, what's across from it? Sine of, what do we find out already? 30. Those ratios always equal. And in this case, what do we have to do on both sides to get side C by itself? 19 again. Thank you. And once again, nearest tenth. Side C, 7. Whenever you're ready, take your time.
21.7 or 21.8.
0.8, yep. Questions from you guys? And by the way, just before we get to the next one, law of sines, any type of triangle. Any type. Right triangle or not, we can always use it. And yes, you can use a sine of 90 in here too. All right, on the 90-degree angle. This can be used on any type of triangle. Why didn't you tell us that before? Oh, well. Oh, I'm sorry, no diagram here. Sorry. Triangle. What's that? That I had a text message from somebody? Sorry, Zach. Yeah, got a little awkward there, yeah. I just got a text from somebody, Zach, if you're wondering. Okay. No, I won't involve the details to you. Okay. What's that? Right now?
Yeah, you just looked at
145, March 1st. With my steps. I'm only 7,500 right now. Today wasn't a run day for me in the morning, so that's why it's a little low right now. Got to get it up. All right, ready? I am still waiting for somebody here. Dat triangle? Anybody? Anybody? Dat triangle? Talk to people in your group if you don't get that one. 27. It's like the highlight of my day right there. Dat triangle. Angle A, 105. Lowercase t. Across from angle T, the side is 21. And I'm not looking for you to solve. I just want to know what lowercase d is, which is the side across from angle D. That's all I need here. I don't need you to solve it. All right, so let's set up our right law of sines. Do you have a side and an angle I can fill in for one of the ratios? 8.
Well, I did side T.
Which is 21?
Yeah.
Ooh, side T. Do you know the angle across?
Yeah, 48.
How'd you get that one?
All of the angles added up.
Yeah. So sine of, everyone all right where that 48 is coming from? 180 minus the other two. And how about another pair that you know? 16?
Let's see, we have,
Don't encourage. I'm just waiting for an answer right away.
and b, lowercase b over sine 27.
Thank you. Cross multiply. On both sides, what are we looking for? What do I have to do to solve for D? 20?
Divide by
What are your nearest integer? Two, when you're ready.
I got 1.2.
What are you typing in your calculator?
Sine of 27 times 2 over sine of 48.
Times 2?
Wait, oh.
Go ahead and regroup. We'll get it, regroup.
Okay, 12.8. But 13.
Okay. I'd like to see you guys do the next one on your own. Show me when you're done, and then I'll let you go to the homework. Okay? Solving that triangle. So I need to see all the missing, excuse me, angles and sides.